Perhaps a whiteboard. Maybe a flip chart. How about sticky notes? Any sticky noters out there? Yeah, that's cool. Well, who prints the chart? Who prints the eSuite chart from their back office? There you go. Okay, I get a little bit of a sense that you're starting to use, everyone's using charting. So the common thing about charting is this is paper, or whiteboard, kind of the modern day paper. But what happens as soon as you write the chart out? You got to write someone's name in, you got to check their bonus volume, are they commission qualified, erase it, scratch it out, go back and change it. Everything is almost, in terms of data, is obsolete immediately. So, what if? Have anyone ever wondered about electronic eSuite charting? Wouldn't it be awesome? Wouldn't it be cool and awesome and benefit your business if you could electronically chart from your eSuite? Well, now you can. You know, I'm really proud of my team that I have back at the home office, corporate office, my IT staff, my developers, my project managers, and they get really jazzed creating some cool stuff for you guys. They've created a killer eSuite app that does right from your eSuite that's able to give eSuite charting for you. We've taken those familiar charts that you printed out from your eSuite and we've digitized them and put them electronically right in your eSuite. Now your Dash Top 100, as Mike alluded to, we rolled out a preview release of eSuite charting a couple of weeks ago. And we have a lot of feedback from them. But a couple of things that we have out there to not talk about in there. Very easy to navigate, clicking of buttons, that's pretty cool. What about help section? We have a little help section for you to understand how you do this charting. And we got the look and the feel of the graph, of the bubbles. So when they're highlighted a specific color, then they're actually, they've met the rank goal. And if they're not, then it's something you got to work on. And I said also, we have the ability to go ahead and give the data real time, automatic. Every time you open up the chart, your data is there live. Don't forget when you see it in the future here, when you see it, there's a place to give feedback, because we've gotten a lot of feedback from the DAS participants and we want to continue to improve it. So having the ability to create charts for yourself is pretty cool. Pick a month, pick a goal rank, give it a title, and that's it. Pretty easy. Charts are saved, and we keep the data live, as I said. Every time that the auto ships run, every time that someone may achieve a new rank, every time that someone updates their auto ship, every time that you log into your chart, it's automatically updated real-time data. Well, how about creating charts for your downline? Novel idea. You guys are always talking with your people that you've sponsored and saying, okay, we'll fill this chart in here. Maybe you're sitting beside them, you're writing it down, you're teaching them how to chart. Well, in the same way that you create a chart for yourself, you can now create a chart for anyone in your downline. One of the questions that the DAS participants had said out here was, well, can you go ahead and email the chart for the participants that you created for? Well, we thought about that for a moment, and the only potential problem with that is what we talked about earlier. As soon as I email this, it's a static snapshot, so then it becomes a little bit obsolete in terms of data. So we've taken that feedback and we've kind of amped it up in kind of the It Works way. So what we've done now is, when you as a distributor create that, or that distributor, then your downline, when they log into their eSuite, they see that chart that you created for them. Taking it the other way, you got a new distributor who's out there perhaps, who's created their chart, and now they've created their chart in their eSuite, and you want a little bit of feedback from your upline sponsor. Well, they can also market to say, hey, upline, I created a chart. Look in your eSuite so you can see my chart to make sure I'm doing well. So it goes both ways now, guys. So I hope, I know the idea of a nice, be able to print it and or email it is a great suggestion, but we want to digitize it and keep it electronic, so that's fantastic. How about just a little bit about the view? Take a little bit of view on the screen here now. We got the chart. It can be really big. So this is done in your eSuite, and as you chart the diamonds and larger, these bubbles can get pretty big. So what I wanted to make you sure is that if you take a look when you get the chance to log in sometime in the future, there's a little plus sign underneath the little bubble, or there's a negative sign. You can hit that to expand the view or contract it, so you can focus on a particular bubble, whether it's a ruby. You can just focus on that and kind of build it out, blow it out, minimize it so it brings it back up, and you can work on the next bubble, and the next bubble, next bubble. So navigation is very easy, and the real estate kind of collapses and expands. So hopefully that helps out you guys really well. One other thing about charts, we can create a chart for a future month, in the future. So today, as an example, we're in October, right? Yeah, this is October. So we can go ahead and create a chart up to 6 months in advance. And what that means is you can go ahead and take that chart and build it out. So you think of imagining building out the chart for your downline for future months. So the problem is we don't want to do too much predictive analytics, but we'll take the current month's data. So we have October data in, for example, a November chart, and that's fine. The data will show up in the November chart, and then as soon as we flip over to the month of November, the data will always transcribe and pass into it and take the November data and take upon the new data rather than the old data. So we're pretty stoked about being able to create future charts. Searching. Searching is simple. Search by name, search by ID, search by rank. Now, we have many ways that we can go ahead, and you're accustomed to your tree view, you're accustomed to the ways you want to look at your data. Well, one of the pieces of feedback we got from Dash was the ability to see more information or kind of figure out the tree a little bit. Well, what we've done is we've added a little section on the screen part here. It's not on the screen, but you'll see a more info button. So now the more info button will go ahead and pop up and give you all the information about that particular distributor, not just their ID, not just their rank, and you see on the screen here, not just their group volume, whether they're commission qualified, but now you can see all the stuff you're accustomed to seeing in eSuite, such as their auto ships, when their auto ships are set up, when they run or not, where they are or down. Now you got more information about that particular person if you're pulling out that chart. Well, lastly but not leastly, I just want to talk about a couple of things here. As I mentioned, my team is very, very proud of my team. This is just a few of the things that we have lined up in our roadmap. Our roadmap is just phenomenal now. You know, in the past, we've been able to kind of fight fires, put out there what we needed to do. Now we have a roadmap that's out there in the next 18 months. So this is just the very first of the tools that we're going to be bringing to you guys. Wow. As Aaron mentioned, Aaron and company mentioned last night, we have the Australia relaunch, so to speak. We have the New Zealand piece coming on. So my team is working really hard to prepare for that. Now that's the November 1st piece. So their heads down, they're knocking it out, they're busy, they got a lot to do. So what about in the very near future, you're going to be seeing this in your back office very, very soon, so you guys can use it and take advantage of it. How about, I mentioned if it's soon, what if soon was right now? Okay, log into your eSuite now, go to the ranks section. At the bottom of the ranks section, eSuite charting is live for you today. Enjoy it, love you guys.